Question here, a tweet as well from a Michael, who he says, would you ever consider playing a few games for Glentoran? We could use you.
Glentoran are a fantastic club, and I know the rivalry. I actually don't think they're doing that well at the moment. Obviously, they won the Irish Cup last year, which for Eddie, I actually know I've met Eddie a couple of times, and the two Lynch brothers who work alongside him. So I've a lot of respect for them. So I don't think I would play.
Would you like to play again? Would you even consider that? I know it's a bit of a, like, make something for a bit of a laugh, like, but at the same time, would you ever consider playing a bit of Irish football? No?
I'd spoken to David Jeffrey a couple of years ago. This was when I was bordering on maybe possibly thinking about playing on. I knew opportunities in England were sort of limited, but I spoke to Davey, and Davey just sort of put it to me, and I says, I was at the time when David Jeffrey was under a bit of pressure from the press. Cliftonville were run the way of the league, and he says, just to put it out there, I'm hearing all these stories. I want to ask you, would you like to play? And I'd sort of thought long and hard about it, thinking, right, what can I offer? And I spoke to my dad more importantly, because he's been a big influence of not all the decisions I made, but maybe sort of guide me, even though I was still at 33, I didn't need guidance, but I still wanted to put it out there. And I had come then to the decision then that for me personally, it wouldn't benefit me playing for Linfield or Glentoran or anybody else in the Irish League. And then that's when I made the decision to retire. But the opportunity was possibly there if I had wanted. But I thought long and hard, and sort of thought, I want the people in Northern Ireland to sort of remember me for the goals I scored for Northern Ireland. I didn't want to be playing, no disrespect to Linfield, playing for Linfield. And it's one of them clubs, if you play for Linfield or Glentoran, nobody likes you. Mm-hmm. So, from a selfish point of view, it was a case of I didn't want to play for Linfield against a Glentoran or a Ballymena or Ballinamallard or Cliftonville, and having people thinking, oh, he's not the player he used to be. He's not. I wanted to go out on a way where I wanted the Northern Ireland people to remember me for what I did internationally. I didn't want to come to Irish League and pick up a few quid and just sort of think, this is what I want to do. I want to play and go and get booed everywhere I go, or get a nice reception at some places and booed somewhere else. I didn't want that, and that's when I made the decision. I thought it wouldn't benefit me, it wouldn't benefit Linfield, and it probably shouldn't have, certainly at the time when David Jeffrey was under pressure, it wouldn't have suited David Jeffrey, because he needed a team where they were all fighting together, and I didn't need to be a side act or sideshow to him, being the pantomime villain, anywhere we went. So that's when I made the decision to call it a day.
Well, David, it's interesting you say that you want to be fondly remembered. I have to tell you, you will be fondly remembered both on a professional and personal basis, because you give us so many magical moments. And it was great actually watching you play, and it's always been great interviewing you. So thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Logie. Pleasure.
No bother.
Good man.